Hey everybody, welcome to Step by Step Farming. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up the Harvest Right freeze dryer. Stand by. Hey, welcome back. I'm Ed Logan with Step by Step Farming. Today I'm going to show you how to set this up. We're going to do this pretty quick. It won't be a long thing. So anyway, let's first get started with the vacuum pump. Now there are three different types of vacuum pumps. We chose to get the model that comes with the vacuum pump. This is not an oilless vacuum pump. It does require oil to use this. So I'm going to show you how to set up. We're going to plug it up and get everything together, and that way it'll be ready to be turned on, and we'll show you that in a later video. So let's get started. Okay, so now we're at our pump. We're going to take the red knob off of our pump. Okay, and we're going to sit that down to the side, and now we're going to use this to fill up our oil. Now, if you look on the front of the machine, you will see that there is an oil level indicator there. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill the oil up, and this is called premium high vacuum pump oil. And you can see it's clear, so that way when it starts getting dirty, you really know that it's dirty, because this is like clear like water. Okay, so you're going to have this in your machine in order for it to run properly. It's much like a car engine. So we'll be able to see the fill line down here. We may have to get a whole bottle in before you even start to see anything. All right, so that's the first bottle. And when you receive yours, just remember, it's probably going to take a bottle and a half of these. Same kind of oil. All right, now we should start to see the oil line begin to pick up. Okay, there it is. And we want it to be even. A little bit more. All right, so that's good right there. So at least we know that it is full and it has plenty of oil. Always want to make sure that you make it level. You don't want to put too much in. If you do put too much in, you will get a little bit of spray back, but that's okay. And then we're going to twist the top back on, and we're not going to make it very tight. We're going to make it, you know, hand tight is what we want to call it. All right, so we've got that hand tight now. Okay, now I'm gonna give you some instruction on something. If you happen to overfill your pump, don't worry, it's not a big deal whatsoever. It's very simple. This is your oil drain. So every time you're getting ready to drain the oil from this system, you're going to actually use this. And all you have to do is make it, once again, you see this is stop and this is flow. So all you have to do is open it up to flow, and you can drain the amount of oil and make sure that it comes back down to the line again. And that's no big problem. All right. Okay, the last thing about the oil with this unit. Every 4 to 5 batches, you're going to have to clean your oil. And it could happen within 1 to 2 batches. However, every 4 batches, your computer will light up and tell you to change the oil to remind you if you don't. Okay, so basically just keep an eye on the oil. Look at how dirty it is. If it's getting dirty, hey, go ahead and change it, because it does affect the life of your unit. So Harvest Right has come out with a new oil filter. It used to be a pretty generic one, but now they've actually come out with one that is pretty nice. And I'm going to pull this out for you. Okay, so now they have a jug for you to drain your oil in. So what you'll do is you'll lift this spout up and you'll stick it right up under the spout, and you'll turn the oil to where it opens, and it will go down through there. And inside of here, there is a brand new filter that I haven't put together yet. And so this filter will actually filter your oil and make it clean again. You can reuse the oil. Don't throw it away. Just reuse the oil over again. And just always make sure that you keep an eye on your oil. That's one of the most serious things, detrimental, trust me. I've burnt stuff up by not paying attention to the oil. So if you want to get long life out of your pump, make sure that you change the oil properly. Okay, now that we have our oil in our pump, the next thing that we want to do is hook up our hoses, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. All right, so you're going to come with these little safety caps that are actually going to be on your pump, and then you'll have another safety cap that's actually going to be on the freeze dryer unit itself. All right, so we're going to connect these two, and we want to do the same as we did with the other. We want to make these hand tight. We don't want to get them so tight that we can't get them off or that they break. They just need to be tightened up just enough to where it's tight enough by hand. Okay, so we have this one already hooked up, and now we're going to plug it. We're going to hook it into the refrigerator. That's what I call it, the freeze dryer. Okay, now that is hand tight. It's not loose. If these are not tight, it will not vacuum seal, and you're going to have a problem and it won't work. Okay, so just make sure that both of them are tight and that they're sealed properly. Okay, now that we have got our hose connected, we're going to do the plug-in. And so first what we're going to do is we're going to plug in the pump itself. The pump is going to plug directly into the unit. So as you can see here, it's going to go into this one. And the freeze dryer itself is actually going to control the pump. When the freeze dryer comes on, it tells the pump when to come on. So we don't have to worry about turning the pump off and on. So as a matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and turn the pump on, and we're just going to let it stay on. I means it's on and O means it's off. I know that's kind of confusing sometimes. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug this in to the machine. There we go. That's nice and snug. And then we'll plug this one into the wall. And I'll turn that back around when we plug that in. But just always remember, the pump gets plugged into the unit, and then the unit has a plug itself, and then it gets plugged into the wall, and this unit controls the oil pump. All right, for our last step that we're going to do, we're going to actually hook up the water drain valve. Okay, so when this is in operation, what is going to happen? It's going to freeze inside. Well, the ice and everything that is inside has to have somewhere to go, and we have a drain valve down here for it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and hook this up. Now let me talk about this for a second. As you can see, this is pretty flimsy, and I probably will not use this. I'll probably get my own hose. As you can see, it kind of, you don't want it to bunch up like that or pinch it off, because if this does get backed up, it will affect the freeze drying. Okay, so we want all moisture to come out, and it has to come out through this hole. So anyway, let's just, for the purpose of using this, we're going to hook this on. As you can see right here. So you hook this on. You want to make sure that your valve is open. So just think about, if water is flowing, then water is going to flow even with the valve. But the other way, this is closed off. So think about that as something being blocked. So when it's in use, you're going to need to turn the valve to open so that the water flows out. All right, and so now we also have a bucket down here as well. Now, you can either put this bucket up, if you have a table that's like this. We got this off of Facebook. So you want to have a cart, something you can move around. This is a pretty heavy unit, along with this and the motor. It's quite heavy. So you want to have you a good sturdy cart. And I believe this one is capable of holding up to 500 pounds. We found it off of Facebook, and we got it pretty cheap. These things can be expensive, so don't go out and spend all of your money on something if you can definitely find something cheaper. But anyway, you can put the bucket down on the floor, or you can put the bucket up on the bottom shelf like I have it right there, and it'll still flow out just as long as you have it going down with the gravity. Okay, so I hope this was an easy, helpful setup for you. It doesn't take long at all to be able to set this up, but you do want to make sure that you have the setup done properly. Okay, so one last thing that I'd like to show you that you want to make sure that you have done. Okay, inside of here are warmers. They're kind of orange. You want to make sure that the orange is at the top, because that's what's going to be used when it's freeze drying. It's actually going to do the warming to get the moisture to come out. So you want to make sure that those are up at the top, not on the bottom as well. Last thing. This actually will come off of the machine, of the freeze dryer. And this is your seal. So you want to make sure before you use it that you wash it off with cold water and get everything out. And also that you want to run through a bread thing as well, because you want to put something in there first to take the smell out of the system. And we'll go over that in our next video as well. So remember, take this seal off, wash it. It's very easy to place back on. It actually slides right back on. And with this handle right here, it looks, you think that it's flimsy, but it's not. It actually closes, and then it twists down even more to make sure that there's a proper seal. All right, so you have a twist, and then it twists down even further to make sure that the seal is proper. I hope that this instruction of setting this up has been very helpful for you. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. If this was helpful for you, please give us a thumbs up. We love to see and love to hear what you have to say. Thank you.